So, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of debating between two videos, but I'm just gonna go with this one. So, bro, no matter what point in your life, there's always going to be a version of you that is 100% just better than you in every single degree. Like, he gets more girls than you, he gets more fucking money than you, he goes to church more than you, he fucking meditates more than, like, there's always gonna be like a version of you, bro, that's always like better than you. And like, maybe not in this fucking universe or some shit, maybe in like a universe like across the fucking galaxy or some shit, he's like fucking CEO of a Tesla, and he's getting his fucking blown under the table or some shit like that, bro. Like, bro, there's always going to be like a general variety of you, and some of it's worse, some of it's like, you know, fucking terrible, some of it's like you're like a crack addict under the bridge that fucking eats children and some shit. But like, there's also like that 1% of you that's like just fucking huge. He's like fucking cool as shit. Like, he looks exactly like you. He's exactly like you. There's nothing like different about him. Maybe like he's like fucking dirty or grudgy or some shit, but there's like also the one that's like super clean. He brushes his teeth every day. He's got braces and shit type shit. You know, he's got straight nice teeth, and like, you know, he's completely locked in, bro. Locked in on everything, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm not lying. You wouldn't win in a fight if you got into him. It's like, no. But like, there's always going to be like an alter ego, like a version of you that's just better in every aspect. And you know, you could get all pissy face and be like, oh man, I wish I was that guy. Like, why are you telling me? Like, bro, what's it called? If you, I'm not necessarily saying that you can actually see him physically, maybe like in the future or some shit. Like, if you like just follow maybe like some of his footsteps, just close your eyes and fucking imagine like some like cool ass dude. Maybe he's like 7 foot. Maybe he has like fucking cool curly hair, bro, and he's got braids in right now or some shit. And he's like, you know, talking to you a little bit. Like, maybe like imagine somebody that's like, you know, just what you would want to be, but as you know, maybe he has like fucking cool hair or some shit. Maybe like, maybe he's just like super good. But like, just try to be more and more and more and more and more and more and more like him, like every single couple of days, maybe a week. Maybe it doesn't have to be like right now. You know, I'm not telling you to get down and do fucking push-ups or some shit to get a nice chest or something. Like, it doesn't have to be like right now. Maybe like a couple of weeks later or a couple of days later, just change one thing, bro, and then change another thing, and change this, and then, you know, he'd probably do this. You know, I might actually beat him to the next thing because, you know, he's not doing this right now. And it's kind of like, you know, like, just try to catch up to him, bro. I mean, even though like, you know, it's kind of like the carrot and the fucking stick thing, because you're never gonna actually like fucking catch up to him, bro, because he's just goated, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, he's on a whole different level. But just try to, you know, be maybe his second best, or maybe eventually, you know, you might even like decide to, you know, abandon whatever he's doing, bro, and just do your own thing, bro, and you could be the best in that thing, and then he could be second place, and you know, what do you know, you'll be first place, you'll get a nice cake and shit, you know, we'll all sing at your birthday. And actually, what else is there to say? I'm thinking, hold on, let me pause. And the more and more you start to chase this fantasy person of you, the more and more you'll start to realize that you have abandoned like who you once were before. And maybe that's a bad thing, and maybe that's a good thing. Mainly good. Sometimes, you know, when you're actually looking for change in your life, bro, and you're not really getting it, it's because you're still the same person that's never, you know, really open, never really accepting of change. You're still the same dude that fucking chills all in his room on the couch or some shit, you know, watching videos on his fucking phone, you know, watching cool edits about locking in or some shit, but you're not even locked in yourself, bro. And this new version of whoever you are putting you in your mind, maybe it's like some David Goggins shit where he's like fucking telling you to carry boats and shit, and like he's talking about this dude in his head. Maybe it's like something like that, bro. Maybe it's just like just this fantasy of a person that you wish you could be. And the more and more you imitate the actions of this mystery person, the more and more you'll start to realize that, you know, this mystery person was actually you the whole time, and the version of you that just, you know, at some point just got up after getting pushed down like as many times as he did, you know, like some Spider-Man shit. Like, maybe like sometimes he'll get knocked over, but sometimes, you know, he'll get back up, and, you know, maybe he'll get cooked again, but maybe he'll actually cook up. 99.99% of the time he actually cooks up. In the new Spider-Man game, I think he cooked up Loki. But like, you don't want to be that person that's just no hope for the future, or no just vision of ever improving, because then you're just gonna be exactly what you sound like, a shallow, just bottomless person that's just at the end of the barrel, just chilling there the whole time, never actually climbing up the bucket. And, you know, the next thing you know, you'll end up 60 years down the line with no progress whatsoever, and you're still probably like the worst version of yourself possible, because everybody has like this like max potential they could get. You know, maybe they don't, maybe I'm just spewing out of my asshole, and we actually don't even have like a max, and it's just infinite, because there's infinite possibility for anything. You could fucking go down the street and actually get shot for literally no fucking reason, because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. And you could also go up a different street, and you could actually, you know, win $1 billion because fucking Mr. Beast was there and he was like giving everybody hand jobs. Like, you could go down another street, and then boom, you get hit by a car, and you survive, but you're like paralyzed for the rest of your life. But it's not necessarily just like that. It's with everything. Every choice you make leads to a different outcome, and every decision that you make leads to a different future. And compile this against a couple of months, a couple of weeks, a couple of years, you know, you'll be a completely different person. And, you know, maybe you won't be exactly who you fantasize you'd be, but you sure as hell will be closer than him if you just fucking sat around watching YouTube videos or some shit. And this is mainly to me, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Before I was doing this, I was low-key just watching Instagram reels. I'm not gonna lie, I posted, but you know, who really cares, bro? But yeah, bro, like if you don't set an ideal version of who you want to be, you'll just aimlessly walk around not knowing exactly what you want to go for. It's the same thing as setting goals. It's the same thing as setting, you know, beliefs, what you want, dreams. It's everything that you could possibly want. I mean, you could go as far as to just say just to set dreams or something, but just to set something to see yourself in an ideal future, and not to just to do that, go further ahead than that. You know, maybe setting a goal to fucking go down the street and not get shot, and you know, maybe you survive, maybe you don't. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know where you live at. Actually, look, yeah, I do. So, but like, yeah, bro, it's easy. I'm not gonna lie. The alter ego thing, or whatever the fucking thing is, bro, that David Goggins be doing, bro, way much better. The higher self thing, it's way much more than just one goal, one dream. It's an entire personality, a being, or whatever you want to call it, bro. And I think that the more and more you chase this person, maybe he's like doing some more things than you are. I know that didn't really sound literate, but maybe he's doing better things than you are right now. Maybe instead of like fucking recording 1 or 2 videos, he's actually recording 6, and it's only 3 in the morning or some shit, and like he's like fucking drinking a protein shake while he's like scripting or something. Maybe it's like some like crazy stuff like that, bro. And maybe it's just like something basic. Maybe it's like something like, you know, he actually makes his bed in the morning. But just try to catch up to whoever this person is. If not, he will lap you over and over and over, to the point where like you kind of see this like streak, but you don't really know what it is, and then you actually touch it and it like rips your arm off, because it's like the dude running like fucking laps around you, bro. And like, look, I'm done glazing him, because you know, I'm gonna eventually catch up to him type shit. And I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of a shit video. Low-key, you'll kind of like isolate yourself sometimes, bro. I mean, like, even if you don't think like,